بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. نريد الشريف اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. قال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب ومن يتوكل على الله فهو حسبه إن الله بالغ أمره قد جعل الله لكل شيء قدرا. صدق الله العظيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. All praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator, our sustainer, the one who provides for us every day. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to continue to shower His mercy and blessings upon us every single day, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send and bless our beloved Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us an opportunity in this dunya to worship Him, to do a'mal which will please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to go through the motions of life, but in a way where we are able to do it in such a way that will keep a person's mindset positive. One of the most important things that a person should always feel is hope. Hope in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, hope in the forgiveness of Allah, and hope that we will all be successful and that we will all enter into Jannah, inshallah. And living in the times that we do, one of the things which is very important is to understand that the hope is there. Living in the time, people are worried, people are depressed, people have a lot of mental issues, and this is because we have forgotten the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, exactly what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do for us. As a Muslim, one of our core beliefs is in Taqdeer, fate, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written for us. In a hadith, Rasulullah mentioned that 500 1,000 years before Allah even created the dunya, Allah commanded the pen, the qalam to write. And the qalam it asked, Ya Allah, what should I write? The qalam replied, Allah replied that write whatever is going to happen in the dunya. From Hazrat Adam alayhi salam all the way to the last person who is going to enter into this dunya, all of that has already been predestined. Everything is written, taqdeer, fate. It is out there and it is written for insan what is going to happen. So many a times people will then question, okay, if everything is already been written and Allah already knows exactly what is going to happen, what is the point of us being here? What's the point? If Allah knows everything, everything is there, so why are we actually here? Now the difference between insan and all of the other creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is insan has a choice. Now we take the example of a stone. A stone, wherever it is, wherever it has been created, wherever it has been dropped, it is there. The stone cannot say, I'm going to get up right now and I'm going to move over there across the road. That's not a choice for the stone. Ahmed, can the stone move? Only if somebody picks it up, then it's going to move. Whereas insan has a choice. Okay, so the night before, insan can make the intention, either I will put on my alarm for Fajr Salah, or I will not put it on. Or hopefully my eyes will open magically already without any alarm. So a person can do all of these things. So insan has that choice. Insan has the opportunity, the option, do I want to do something, do I not want to do something? So this is the chance and the choice that a person has, and this is what, so again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what choice a person is going to make. But insan cannot still say that, no, Ya Allah, you sent me into the dunya, I didn't have a choice to do anything. No, we have been given that chance, we have that choice, so we always make sure that we understand that this is a choice which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. On that day, when we stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we will not be able to say that I didn't know and I didn't have the chance. So this is the first thing. That taqdeer and fate has already been written for a person. Whatever is going to happen to him in his life, him or her, whatever is going to happen, it is there. We have a choice over it. But what does insan do? Insan puts, so there's two that go hand in hand. We have taqdeer and we have tawakkul. Two of them. So one is fate and one is trust and belief and yaqeen, having that trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah will help me with things. So the Quran ayah which I read in the khutbah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. Whosoever fears Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will make him find a way out of whatever the situation is. So the first thing is taqwa, to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have mentioned and spoken about this many times. It's not the fear that when a person sees a lion and he is in front of the lion, there is no cage or barrier in between. This is one kind of fear. So this is the fear that I am scared that this lion is going to pounce and jump on me and eat me up. The second fear a person has is when Ahmed does something which he's not supposed to, and his dad, he knows, is going to feel in a certain way. So Ahmed feels a different type of fear that I don't want to let my dad down. Right, Ahmed? You don't want to let your dad down, so he has that, I wish I did not do such and such a thing. So these are the two different types of fear. One is when there is a lion in front of you, and one is when you're letting someone down. So the ulama and the scholars have mentioned, taqwa is the second one. That we do not want to let Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala down. I don't want to do something which will displease Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I don't want to do something which will make Allah unhappy with me. And again, Ahmed can do things 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and his dad will get angry at every single time, and there will be some kind of punishment. Whereas Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ghafurur Rahim. And Allah is the most merciful. And Allah is the most gracious. And Allah will continue to forgive us again and again and again, no matter how much we do wrong. There's a hadith Qudsi which mentions that if your sins were from the ground to the seventh heaven, if it was filled with the sins of a person, still Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive that person. Allah doesn't care, Allah does not care how big your sins are. Allah will forgive us. So this is the thing about having tawakkul and trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But this is where we have to be very careful. A person, he says, I have full tawakkul and trust in Allah. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to do whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want. And then at night time I'll say, Allah forgive me, please forgive me. This is the wrong type. That person shouldn't go around having the intention, I'm going to do all the wrong things, and then at the end of it say, yes, Allah will forgive me because Allah is most forgiving. No, this is the wrong way. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam mentioned, Al-Kayyisu man dana nafsahu wa amila lima ba'da al-maut. That the intelligent, the clever person is the one who does a'mal in preparation for his death. وَالْعَاجِزُ, the foolish person, مَنِ اتَّبَعَ نَفْسَهُ هَوَاهَا وَتَمَنَّى عَلَى اللَّهِ. That the foolish person is one he follows his desires. Wherever it takes him, he'll do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and say, Allah will forgive me. This is the wrong way. To always have the awareness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهِ. To be aware, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching me. Allah knows what I am doing. Allah can see what I am doing. Allah can see what I am looking at. Allah can see what I am listening to. Allah can see where I am walking towards. Allah can see what I am doing with my hands. Allah is all aware. Allah is watching. There was a time when 20, 25, 30 years ago, before all of this technology, the things that people do on their screens, everything was very difficult, because there'd be a computer. You had a computer in your house, and it was a big, massive, chunky thing. Have you ever seen it, Ahmed? The chunky computers. You sure? Okay, you've seen it. Ahmed's old enough. Ahmed's seen a big, chunky computer. So you can't pick that up and bring it with you into bed and then scroll. You can't do that. It's not possible. So in those times, it was very difficult to do things that you're not supposed to. Nowadays, with phones and everything is accessible very easily, a person can just sit there, only he can see what he's scrolling and what he's looking at, all of these things. And shaitan is very clever. This is one of the tricks of shaitan. This is one of the tools of shaitan. That person, he can do all of these things and he feels nobody can see anything. Only I can see. But remember, Allah is all aware. Allah knows everything. Allah can see everything. And Allah is always watching. But remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most forgiving. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive us if we put our hand up and we say, Ya Allah, I know I did wrong and I have to ask for your forgiveness. So these are the things that we can do and we should be doing. And when it comes to living in the dunya and having troubles and difficulties and problems, everybody has issues, everybody has things which they wish could be better or that they could improve on. Now, the reason for that is because الدنيا سجن المؤمن وجنة الكافر. That the dunya has been made a prison for the believers. And it is a Jannah for the non-believers. We are not supposed to have perfection in the dunya. No person is supposed to be so happy that they enjoy themselves so much that, this is the best thing ever. I want to live here forever. Because this is not why the dunya was created. You never hear a student going into the exam hall, I love this exam. This is the best test ever. I want to stay in here for the rest of my life. I want to keep doing exam papers. No, because an exam is a stressful thing, and so much effort and work goes into working for it. So we have to remember this dunya is our exam. It's a long exam, but it's an exam, and we have to do the best that we can to answer the questions, which are the questions of life, and do everything possible to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So those problems and difficulties that we go through in our life, whether it is financial, whether it is with relationships, whether it is with health, whatever it may be, this is a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because the next ayah after وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. For the ones who have financial troubles and problems, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will find a way for you. وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. Places that you did not even think that money could come from, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helps a person in that way. That a person made an investment somewhere, he completely forgot about it, and one day it comes. One day it comes and it helps out. And this is an opportunity where that we have complete trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who is going to help me out. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put barakah in my things. And this happens when we have that full trust in Allah. Do I have that full trust in Allah? This is the question that we have to ask ourselves. How can I bring that trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And this is where the tawakkul, it matches with the taqdeer. What has been written for you from before. Understand Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written exactly how much money you are going to get throughout your whole life. And Allah will do it in such a way that the issue that we have is the understanding in our minds is, if I do work, if I go to work, this is what is going to help to provide for me. If I do a bit of extra time, I do overtime, this is going to bring more cash in for me. If I get rid of some of my things that I have, this is going to help me. So all of these are asbab. Of course, they help to make these things happen. They are all asbab. So these are reasons for us and ways for us to make the money. But what we forget to understand and remember is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our provider. Allah is our sole provider. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can provide for us. No matter how much we try. No matter how much we try. There's a hadith which has been mentioned about if all of the people of the dunya wanted to gather together and they wanted to cause difficulty to a person, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had written that no difficulty will come to that person, it is not possible. It will not be possible to bring difficulty to that person. And if somebody wanted to bring good to a person, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't want good to come to that person, then it's not possible for that person to have any good done to him as well. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in complete control of everything that we do. And this is where we having the trust and in the yaqeen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we will be able to have that peace of mind. So the next time that we go through any difficulty, the next time that we go through any trouble, to remember the next ayah, وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلَ عَلَى اللَّهِ. Whoever puts his full trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. This will be enough for him. It is completely enough for us. This is all that we need, to turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at our times of difficulty. And remember, we are supposed to have difficulties in this dunya. Look at the example of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He went through so much hardship. He went through so much difficulty. The most beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yet he went through so much trouble. And this was because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loved him. Because Allah wanted to test him. Remember, the more that you are tested, the more Allah will love us. And Allah is testing you again and again and again with different things. With different things Allah will test you to see how you react to it. A person, when a kid wants to learn how to swim, they'll put them into the pool. You have your teacher there who helps you to do the swimming. And after a bit of practice, what do? They put the kid into the pool with them by themselves. They'll be there, but say, okay, go on, try by yourself now. See if you can do it. And the kid might struggle. They might even have a bit of trouble. But this is the way of helping them to learn. This is how they help to learn. And the same way Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is our teacher. He came to teach us exactly how we have to be. We will not be perfect. We will make mistakes. We will struggle. But we need to try our best to not give up. To keep on trying. Keep on turning to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, asking for help. And one of the things which has been taught to us is to read Hasbi Allahu la ilaha illahu, Hasbi Allahu la ilaha illahu. Ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is enough for me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is enough for me. If we keep on reading that, it will help. Not only will it will bring us, it will give us the understanding that I can only be turning to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help. I shouldn't turn to anyone else but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the more we do this, the more inshallah it will benefit us. Allah give us the tawfiq and the understanding to act upon these things. Ameen wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.